Okay, so where we're going to pick up now is we're going to talk about simulation mode. This feature was put in really because of limitations that you have with sandboxes for both eBay and Amazon. There's just a limited number of orders. You can't really put your own items in and test it out thoroughly. So what we decided to do with the app was put a simulation mode in so that you could kind of overcome that stuff. And so what we're simulating is polling Amazon for orders, linking up the catalogs, doing any type of feed submissions, and then FBA inventory syncs and returns. What we're not simulating is order creation or inventory or pricing in P21. That all actually happens against your P21. So, important thing about simulation mode is you probably want this hooked up to Play because we are actually going to send orders and stuff like that to P21, credit memos if you're using FBA, whatever. So, what we want to do to get started is really just go over to the General tab in System Settings, and you just turn simulation mode on. And when you do that, you get this yellow bar that is persistent for as long as it's turned on. It's always going to be there. Um, and then you get this new menu item with all this simulated mode stuff. And we have it set up for both Amazon and eBay. So we'll just focus on like Amazon FBM just to get the feel for this. The first thing we need is some items. Now there's a couple of different ways we can do this with the items. If you want to go to Amazon and export your item catalog, which is like a tab separated flat file, you can import that in here and actually start with some actual Amazon items that you use, or you can just set some up. So that's what we'll do. The seller SKU, that's going to be like your P21 item number, or it could be a primary supplier item ID in uh, P21, or it could also be an alternate code in P21. Typically, it's great if we can do it with an item ID. That just makes it easy. But like I said, we also do support mapping to primary supplier, part number, and alternate codes. So that works pretty well. And then your ASIN, for Amazon, it's whatever they generate. So I'm just going to put something kind of random in there. And then we can just say this is a washer testing purposes. We'll give it a price. Say it's like $5, and we'll put a quantity in stock. Actually, let's put a decent quantity in stock. Then you're going to pick what channel you want to sell this on in simulation mode, which we're going to do FBM. And we're going to set it to active and save. And now we have a washer for testing purposes. So at this point, what we have is we have our Amazon catalog ready to be synced, and then your P21 catalog is already going to be hooked up to P21. So we can hop out of the simulation part of the menu for a bit, and we want to get in here and manage our catalog. So when we do a full catalog sync, what we're doing is we're pulling all of your data from P21, and then we're pulling your data from your digital channels. And then once we have that, you can run an auto match to try to link the items on your digital channels to your P21 items. So the way that works is we're going to run a resync, and depending on how many items you have in P21 is going to kind of drive how long that takes. If you want to see what's going on there, you can go over to task management, and we're just watching this running task to see whenever it's going to complete. This one shouldn't take very long. So, okay, it's complete now. And once it's done, we're going to come back over here to item mappings, and you can see we have our test item is there. It was imported over from sim mode. So the catalog resync understands if it's in sim mode, and it can deal with that. What we want to do is just go ahead and run an auto match. So you're going to run this across your entire catalog. Here it's super quick. We only have one item. And we were able to match up, oh, okay, this is a B&D 001991. And it is our washer. And so we found it in both systems. And like I said, we can match to the item ID, an alternate code if you have one set up. And then we can also match to primary suppliers item ID. Okay. All right. So we can also do a full inventory sync on this if we need to. So And it's probably not a bad idea to go ahead and do that. And now we've got our stock level is synced up, and that's good to go. We're in pretty good shape here so far. The only thing we really haven't synced is the price. That happens on a separate job. Again, all of these are background tasks, so you can kind of do them any way you want. So for our purposes, we could go in here and just say, hey, let's force a full pricing sync, which is this little circular icon here on the pricing sync. So we could just go ahead and trigger that and let it run. And anything that's in your mapping table will then go through a pricing resync. Let's see. And there's our price. So this is just based on, we take this item at the locations that you had set up for in your P21 settings when you set up your order defaults and your P21 defaults. We're using that information, that customer and that location to do a price and availability call against P21's API to have it tell us what the price is. So you're actually managing all of your pricing from P21, and whatever P21's price engine returns, that's what that's what we're going to get. If you don't want to do that, if you want to manually manage your pricing on FBM and you don't want that being interfered with P21, then just don't turn on the pricing sync. That's the easiest way to avoid that. Okay, so we're actually in pretty good shape here. We have sim mode set up. We have an item. That item is tied in. We know that the inventory syncs. We know that the pricing syncs. So everything should be in pretty good shape. Let's go ahead and put some orders in. So we're going to go over here down to our sim mode, go to Amazon orders, and we're going to create a new order. And it's going to be merchant fulfilled, and it's going to be standard shipping, or we can say whatever. On shipping, you can put notes in. Those will go into the delivery instructions. So we can just say test note. And then we're going to go over here to the shipping address, and we're going to say test buyer and address line 2 could be 123 Main Street. So like normally this is all going to come over in your Amazon order, but since we're not able to get that type of granularity out of Amazon's test API, that's why we're doing it here. And we'll just do any town, Texas. And then we go over here to line items, and we just need to select an item. We only have one that we can put in, and we can say, let's buy 10 of those, and we're going to do them at $5 a piece. And if you want to add more than one item, you can do that. Otherwise, you just create the order. And now we have sim order number 1 has been created, and it's ready to go. So if you haven't enabled your order import yet, which is down here, which we have not, you can go ahead and enable that, and then it'll tick every 5 minutes. Or if you just kind of want to walk them through one at a time, what we can do is just push the play button and go.